Zillow is making a bold move starting this month. They're banning any listings that are marketed off the MLS. What does that mean? That means if you put it on Instagram or a brokerage just puts it on their own website without putting it on MLS, it will not go on Zillow for the life of the listing. That includes Redfin too. They're jumping on board with that. So what does this mean for you? Zillow's move is in an effort to eliminate pocket listings. Now, basically what a pocket listing is it's quietly marketed off the MLS to try to get it sold before it goes into the MLS and the days start counting and all that. And they're saying that if it's not in the MLS, then it's gonna be banned from Zillow for life. And like I said before, Redfin is jumping in on that wagon too. How is that gonna affect the market? Let's look at the median home sales prices. So here we go. We got last year in Savannah, April was $369,450,000. This year, $375,000, up by 1.5%. In Pooler, last year was $377,990. This year, $358,000, down by 5.3%. Pooler keeps dipping every month. I see they're coming down. Richmond Hill, last year was $445,695. This year, $435,000, down by 2.4%. Okay, so that means that buyers, basically, it's either flat, like Savannah, up a little bit, or it's starting to dip down. Buyers out there are saying, hey, if I'm gonna pay these prices that you guys are putting on the market, I want the house to be perfectly move-in ready. I don't want to be painting walls. I don't want to be replacing countertops and cabinets. Like, they want to move into a home that is ready to rock and roll. They are not playing these games anymore. So that's why it's important to have maximum visibility on your home. Get the home ready to go, but also if you don't have Zillow to help push your home, where do you think it's going to be seen? And if you think Zillow is the only one, Redfin, I bet you Realtor.com is probably going to follow suit. Homes.com is not going to. They're saying, hey, if you want to do that, you do that. But the other three, I mean, Zillow is probably the main driver of home sales. So, I mean, if you're not on Zillow, that's going to not be good. So let's see how long it's taken for homes to sell. All right, last year in April in Savannah, it was 53 days to sell a home. This year, 69 days, up by 30%. In Pooler, last year was 51 days to sell a home. This year, 84 days, up by 64%. And in Richmond Hill, last year's 45 days, this year 69 days, up by 53%. So with days on the market rising, you really cannot mess with the visibility of your home being on the market, because of course, if it's not in Zillow or Redfin, it could take your home a lot longer to sell. Zillow's decision really targets those listings that are like a private Instagram listing or listed on individual brokerage sites, because they feel like transparency is the key. They want, because not only does it affect, if it's not listed properly and it's sold, that data that's missing could affect how real estate professionals help you price your home. For instance, if you got a home on the market that's sold off market, those calculations can't be included in the CMAs, because how would we know, right? Say a home in your neighborhood sold for, I don't know, $500,000 when the average home sales prices in that area is $450,000. Well, that would push the average price up in the neighborhood, but because they sold it off market, then you wouldn't have those numbers to compute in your stuff. So how are you going to help you sell your home? Same if it was down. How would you know? So Zillow is trying to make sure that we're protecting this consumer and you can see everything that's going on. Now, what does that mean for active listings? So when you got our active listings from last year, let's check this out. So last year in Savannah, it was 898 homes on the market. This year, 1,581, we are up by 76%. In Pooler, it was 208 homes last year on the market. This year, 254, up by 22%. And in Richmond Hill, last year was 302 homes on the market. This year, 423, up by 40%. So homes are piling on top of each other as homes sit on the market longer. more new homes are coming on top. That is pushing up the inventory, which is going to stall prices, which we see, or actually bring them down. So I don't know, is this a good thing or a bad thing with Zillow eliminating those pocket listings? And while listings are on its way up, look at this. I just want to show you the closed sales. In Savannah last year, it's 358 homes that sold. This year, 294, down by almost 18%. In Pula last year's 93 homes that sold. This year, 68 homes sold, down by almost 27%. And last year in Richmond Hill, there's 92 homes that sold. This year, 75 homes that sold, down by 18%. Right? So there's a clear sign that there's more homes sitting longer. And what that means is the more visibility, the better. So after looking at all the numbers, you see that home prices are kind of stalling or coming down. You see inventories going up. Days on the market has gone up. Closed sales are going down. Why would anybody want to market their home as a pocket listing? That's the first question you should ask yourself. Why would you want to do that? Why would you limit your market? Now, the brokerages that are offering this type of service now, that probably not anymore, but that were offering before, they were trying to actually double dip the sellers, or have their own sellers and get their own buyers so they can get both sides. Is that the best thing for sellers? Not to have visibility across the country and the world? I don't think so. I mean, for me, for instance, when I list a home, we blast it everywhere, to include YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Zillow, Realtor. We have special listings for Zillow specifically to highlight how great the homes are. I'm like, so if you're selling your home, do you really want to go to this place? If someone tells you they want to pocket list your home, you need to tell them, hey, check this out. If I get banned from Zillow for the life of the listing, we're going to have to terminate the listing and move on. So I would tell you, I don't think it's a good idea to have pocket listings. I think in this instance, Zillow's doing the right thing. I think Redfin's doing the right thing too, because like I said, you don't want to give more because back in the day, right, this is how they used to have to sell real estate. Who has listings? Who doesn't have listings? Like, you got to go find a house. This way, as long as it's on Zillow or all these other websites, it's visible for everybody to see. Most eyeballs go to it, unless you're like Michael Jordan or LeBron James or something like that. You don't want people to know where you live. That's totally understandable. But otherwise, visibility is super crucial. So if a listing agent comes to you and tells you, hey, we're going to do a pocket listing, tell them no, because that way you don't get banned from Zillow. If you got any value from this video, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, share this video with your family and friends that don't know about the Zillow decision. And I want to say thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.